All right, chat. Nigga had to regroup, man. Nigga had to regroup after that one. That was crazy. Chat, y'all ever had eggs with blueberries? If you ain't never had eggs with blueberries, man, I might have just put you on to something. You ain't even gotta thank me though. But just try it. Why did I think about putting eggs with blueberries? I don't know, cause I'm sober than them up. And if you ask me, that sounds like something a high nigga would do. But judging on the fact that I'm sober, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to I was trying to show y'all the bottom of my eye. It might be some sober nigga talk. And I ain't gonna lie, it was good. It was good. But that dream I had was crazy, chat. But I hope I ain't wrong though. I hope I ain't wrong. I hope I ain't wrong, chat. I hope I ain't wrong. Cause you got desires. I know. What? Rex keep trying to hook Kiki up. But I ain't gonna lie, that dream tore a nigga up, boy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm talking about nigga woke up with a little bit of anxiety and everything. I hope I ain't wrong, man. I'm gonna stop thinking about it though. Cause if I keep thinking about it, nigga might get too excited. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be on that right now. It's hard not to think about it though, cause it was like so detailed, bro. The dream was like way too detailed, and I'm talking about like, let me start talking about it, bro, cause I don't even think I'm supposed to talk about it. Y'all looking at me? Yeah, three of them. I gotta remember if I was supposed to take two of them hoes or three of them hoes. Hey man, go take y'all supplements, chat. You know what I'm saying? Stay healthy, man. That ultralight beam on a young nigga, ain't it? See? I ain't gonna lie, these taste like they got mushrooms in them, bro. Now I already got some water right there. See, I don't want to get excited about my dream, bro, because, like, when I be getting excited, niggas start getting all giggity and stuff like that. I ain't even trying to do that. Feel me? Noah, the first NRB. What up, Noah? What chapter we on, chat? Appreciate the sub, bro. I'm gonna sub back as soon as I get off. But that dream got a nigga stuck, boy. I'm telling you. Anyway, what, they can't even think, what? Can you cuss? No, you cannot cuss. No cussing in the chat. I'm trying to stop cussing. I'm eating. I have a channel called Noah the First NRB. What NRB stand for, bro? Nigga Rebellion Benefits. What you talking about, yo bad? Bro, why did I have that dream, bro? And I'm talking about soon as I had the dream, nigga woke up. Not like on some like startled type stuff, but I don't know. I don't even know why I woke up soon as I had it. But soon as I had it, bro, I remember that junk. Like, oh, was I supposed to have that? James, you better not be a nigga telling me my sneezes is cute, my nigga. James, you better not be no nigga telling me my sneezes is cute, bro. James, are you a nigga, bro? You better not need no nigga. You better not be no nigga telling me my sneeze. I'm out of time you out, bro. Well, like, why y'all even be? Why y'all? Come on, bro. James, you got 5 seconds to reply, bro. And say if you a man or a woman, my nigga. Because if not, I'm out of time you out. We ain't doing that, bro. Like, what provoked you to even say that? If you a nigga, bro, what even provoked you to say that you think my sneezes is cute, my nigga? Man, bro, you have to make me start cursing, my nigga. Like, come on, bro. No cussing. I'm a kid. I'm 9. Everybody that's tell me they a kid on here is not a kid, bro. I'm starting to realize that. Everybody coming in my chat keep trying to say, like, I'm a kid. I'm only 9. I'm only this. I'm just a kid. It's like, y'all is not kids, bro. Y'all be spying on a nigga. Why is y'all spying on a nigga? I don't know. It be mad people. It be mad people on my page, bro. You feel me? Acting like somebody else. Appreciate you. All right, what chat do we on, chat? Let's go ahead and stop playing, man. We on Nehemiah today, chat. I don't know what that means. I don't know what you just said, bro. And I'm not finna try to figure it out. Anyway, we on Nehemiah today, chat. So let's do Nehemiah. That dream, bro. That dream, bro. I'm talking about that jump felt real too. Like, you know how you had on dreams, bro, and they feel real though? Like, it ain't even feel real, nigga. It look real. Like it wasn't no in between, bro. About the dream I just had, bro. It wasn't even no in between. But like, if I wouldn't have had a dream, nigga, I would have never even thought like how I'm thinking right now. So it's kind of throwing me off, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's throwing me off, but I'm not mad at it. But it's just like, I kind of don't believe it. As much as it makes sense, I don't really believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I probably ain't gonna believe it until I get a confirmation. And it's like, if I'm tripping, you feel me? If I find out I'm tripping, or if I find out like, you know what I'm saying? If I find out I'm tripping, or if I find out that, you know what I'm saying, another confirmation that ain't what's going on, that's cool. I'm 100% cool with that. Why are you spamming? Why are you spamming? Yo, stop spamming. Stop saying curse words, guys. They are inappropriate and mean. GQWERTY. I literally don't know. Okay. Who you is? Laminith? Lamin the goat? Lamin the goat? What you want with me, Lamin the goat? Why you spamming like that? Bible. Let me go see how to spell. That's how to pronounce it. I'm special. You special? Hold on, let me go see how to spell Nehemiah real quick. Shout out my god brother Nehemiah, man. We about to learn about him today, y'all. Bro, why is the regular Bible channel not popping up, bro? What happened to Holy Bible? Okay, hold on. You like turtles? I mean the GOAT. You giving me a question mark type of vibe right now. I'm not saying like that. I'm saying like, who are you and why you spamming? Like, what's going on? You putting happy faces and sad faces? Like, what's going on with you? Are you a female? What up? Bro, you got a picture of some soccer nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if you looking at me crazy because I'm asking if you a female. Bro, what the Alright. Alright. Like, what's wrong with y'all, bro? Like, why y'all even feel comfortable coming in here shooting y'all shot at me, bro, when I ain't never said nothing about another man on here? On some infatuation type vibe. Like, why y'all keep trying that? If I was on here talking about I like niggas and all this crap. Okay, Slick174 told me to shh. So, I guess somebody planning on trying to harm me or something. So, appreciate you letting me know, bro. Let me see. Okay. Okay. I still got folk trying to harm me, chat. You know, and they keep coming in my live to make it a point to let me know. So, you know, that's good to know. Everybody keep coming in my chat, making announcements, trying to let me know that they trying to harm me. So, you know, since they let me know and they making it known in the chat, I guess I'm letting y'all know. So, you know, we finna keep preaching the Bible, man, and keep keeping God first. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even understand at this point. It's like, y'all done let me know. Y'all done came in my chat and let me know. Shh, and be quiet and just like, you know what I'm saying? All this stuff, like, every day or every other day. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, at this point, I'm getting immune to it. Like, you know? Either way, I got God with me, bro. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm seeing what y'all saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can only you can only scare somebody so much, bro. Like, I'm constantly seeing y'all saying y'all want to hurt me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? How much more scared am I supposed to get? Like, do y'all want me to just like, I'm trying to figure out what y'all want from me, bro. Like, do y'all want me to get so scared that I'm just supposed to like stop living my life or something? Because I can't do that. Like, whether y'all come in my chat and let me know that y'all trying to kill me or not, I still got to get up and chase my dreams and talk about God every day. You know what I'm saying? And make sure I'm winning souls over. So it's just like, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's the same person. I know exactly who it is at this point. Because they making it a point, bro, to drive through my neighborhood and make sure, you feel me, my whole neighborhood hearing their engine every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like how many times, bro, how many times is y'all gonna let me know that y'all trying to kill me or y'all trying to harm me in some type of way? You feel me? Like, I 100% get it, bro. I 100% understand. You know what I'm saying? Either way, I'm walking with Jesus Christ, bro. You feel me? So it's like, y'all done put me on notice. Y'all done alarmed me. Y'all done did everything under the sun, bro, to try to send me signs that y'all watching me and y'all trying to harm me or y'all trying to do something to me. Like, I got the hint, bro. I got the hint. But like, either way, I'm still walking with God. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I mean, I'm just like, I see what y'all saying. You know what I'm saying? I understand what y'all trying to get me to understand. But like, I'm still walking with God. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Whether y'all keep coming in my chat and let me know that y'all want to do something to me or harm me in some type of way, like, I'ma still get on here and talk about God. You feel me? And read this Bible until I get finished with it. You know what I'm saying? And handle the business that I gotta handle every day. So I'm just trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to figure out, like, you know? Like, it ain't no more scared of y'all can make me at this point. I'm just being honest. It's like, it's no more scared of y'all can make me at this point, bro. Y'all done literally made a point daily to let me know that y'all trying to do something to me. Y'all done made it a point to let me know what kind of car y'all driving and how loud y'all engine is every day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I get what y'all saying, bro. Like, and then it's like, y'all be commenting in my chat talking about, but it's like, bro, do y'all understand? Y'all, it's not just me and y'all in the chat. So it's like, if y'all trying to be secretive, it's other people seeing y'all make these comments, bro. I don't know. I don't know. But y'all done put me on notice, bro. Y'all done, you feel me? Made it clear. Y'all done set y'all, you feel me? Y'all done alarmed the nigga. Y'all done did everything literally under the sun, bro, to let me know. You know what I'm saying? Either we trying to come get you, we trying to do something to you, something. Like, I fully understand, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Like, it's still my job to get on here and talk about the Bible, bro, and read the Bible till I get finished with it and win souls over. You feel me? That's God's will. You feel me? Like, this is what God want me to do. So I gotta listen to Jesus Christ, bro. I gotta get on here and preach about the word and talk about the word. You feel me? And talk about what's right and talk about what's not right, because that's what God want me to do. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, I don't really understand. You know what I'm saying? I don't really understand. It's like y'all trying to keep telling me how many books in Nehemiah? 13 chapters in Nehemiah, chat. Like, it's not, I don't know, it's not making sense to me. Like, I can't get no more scareder. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, um, 13 chapters in Nehemiah, chat. Audio book with text, audio Bible, Nehemiah. And then it's just like, bro, y'all gotta understand, like, I'm not even worried about nobody trying to come hurt me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or kill me or shoot me. You feel me? Like, that's in God's hands, bro. You feel me? Like, if y'all want to decide, you feel me? If y'all got y'all mind made up that y'all want to, cause I'm literally, you feel me? Y'all know it, I know it. I'm literally God's child at this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally property of Jesus Christ at this point. So it's like, if y'all got y'all mind made up, and y'all done 100% made the decision that y'all trying to come kill me, you feel me? Like, that's gonna be on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause Jesus Christ is real, bro. You know what I mean? So it's like, bro, if y'all wanna have, you feel me, killing God's child on y'all heart, bro, I'm not even trying to change y'all mind. You feel me? But like, you know, English Audio Bible. I wish my regular channel had the Bible on it. I mean, the Nehemiah. I don't know why the regular Bible ain't got the Nehemiah chapter on it. So I guess we can't do that one though, bro. That was so boring. 59 minutes. Holy Bible, Book of Nehemiah. But I don't know, like, I don't know. I don't even get it at this point. Like how many times do somebody got, like, how many times? I 100% understand what y'all saying. Like, y'all make it a point to come on here and try to get me to understand what y'all saying. I been got what y'all was saying. That's not gonna change the fact that I gotta get on YouTube and spread the gospel every day, spread the word of God every day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if y'all got y'all mind made up that y'all want to kill Jesus child, you feel me? Like, and at the end of the day, if that's not God's will, you feel me? Then that's not what's gonna happen. You feel me? Whatever God's will is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So, you feel me? Like, it's no more scared or y'all can make me, bro, about coming in my chat You feel me? And threatening to take me off this earth. Like, I get it. I see it every day. Y'all make it a point for me to see it every day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if y'all got y'all mind made up, bro, I'll be, you know what I'm saying? I'll be right here talking about the Bible, bro. You know what I'm saying? Going live, talking about the Bible, and chasing my dreams. Like, Holy Bible. 16. We just gonna have to do, I'm trying to find the right, Nehemiah Complete Christian Standard Bible. Is this all 13 chapters? I'm gonna click this one, chat. I'm gonna click this one. If this one don't work, then we can click another one.
And the Jewish remnant that had survived the exile. They said to me, the remnant in the province who survived the exile are in great trouble and disgrace. Jerusalem's wall has been broken down, and its gates have been burned. What? Nehemiah, chapter 1.
All right.
I think it's
13 chapters, so let's lock in.
During the month of Kislev in the 20th year, when I was in the fortress city of Susa, Hanani, one of my brothers, arrived with men from Judah, and I questioned them about Jerusalem and the Jewish remnant that had survived.
What do Christian Standard Bible mean? What do Christian Standard Bible mean? Because if Christian Standard Bible is not the real Bible version, then I'm about to switch it. Like, I'd rather read King James Version, bro, than read a version that ain't valid.
Exile. They said to me, the remnant in the province who survived the exile are in great trouble and disgrace. Jerusalem's wall has been broken down, and its gates have been burned. When I heard these words, I sat down and wept. I mourned for a number of days, fasting and praying before the God of the heavens. I said, Lord, the God of the heavens, the great and awe-inspiring God, who keeps his gracious covenant with those who love him and keep his commands. Let your eyes be open and your ears be attentive to hear your servant's prayer, that I now pray to you day and night for your servants, the Israelites. I confess the sins we have committed against you. Both I and my father's family have sinned.
I will say
we have
this,
acted
man.
corruptly towards you.
Like, killing somebody that's like, you know, just of the world is one thing. Okay? Killing somebody that's like rooted in Jesus Christ, bro, it's a whole different situation than just killing a regular person that don't know God. I'm not saying that to change nobody's mind, though. I'm not saying that to change nobody's mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to kill me, you want to kill me. You feel me? I'm finna keep, you feel me? Every day God grant me to wake up, I'm gonna keep putting this word out and keep worshiping God, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can no longer worry about, you know what I'm saying, what people was making a point to come in my chat and do every day. You know what I'm saying? I can only worry about the people that want to come in my chat and learn about Jesus Christ, bro. And learn about, you feel me, how they can get closer to God. That's really in making Christian music for those people. That's the only thing I can worry about. You know what I'm saying? So everybody else that's coming in my chat for any other reason outside of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't keep worrying about or giving y'all attention about what y'all keep coming in my chat, making it a point or what y'all trying to do to me.
And have not kept the commands, statutes, and ordinances you gave your servant Moses. Please remember what you commanded your servant Moses. If you are unfaithful, I will scatter you among the peoples. But if you return to me and carefully observe my commands, even though your exiles were banished to the farthest horizon,
And it's like, just because
I
y'all
will
want to do
gather them
something to
from
me, or
there
just because y'all
and
want to
bring
kill
them to
me,
the
bro,
place where
like, that don't mean you know what I'm saying? I can't just sit up in the crib and be cooped away and be like hiding from y'all or whatever the case may be, just because y'all keep coming in my chat making it a point of like, you feel me? Shh. Or we about to do something to you, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever the case may be, I can't go live under a rock, bro, because y'all keep coming in my chat making it a point to let me know that y'all want to kill me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I chose to have my name dwell. They are your servants and your people. You redeemed them by your great power and strong hand. Please, Lord, let your ear be attentive to the prayer of your servant, and to that of your servants who delight to revere your name. Give your servant success today, and grant him compassion in the presence of this man. At the time, I was the king's cupbearer. Chapter 2.
and let me say this, bro.
During the month of Nisan,
If anybody that I liked their photo on Instagram yesterday, bro, if anybody think it was a negative reason behind that, bro, it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if that's what's like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, at this point, I don't know. I don't even know. And it's not like I'm trying to really figure it out. I'm not really trying to figure it out, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really trying to figure out exactly who it is that's trying to kill me or do something to me. You know what I'm saying? But whoever it is, I know they keep coming in my chat, like, making sure that I know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay. You feel me? I got it. Confirmation. You know what I'm saying? Now that I understand, or you know what I mean? I'm confirming with y'all that I understand, and I see what y'all trying to get me to see. Let's keep learning about the Bible, bro.
And in the 20th year of King Artaxerxes, when wine was set before him, I took the wine and gave it to the king. I had never been sad in his presence. So the king said to me, "Why are you so sad when you aren't sick?" "This is nothing but sadness of heart." I was overwhelmed with fear and replied to the king, "May the king live forever. Why should I not be sad when the city where my ancestors are buried lies in ruins and its gates have been destroyed by fire?" Then the king asked me, "What is your request?" So I prayed to the God of the heavens and answered the king, "If it pleases the king, and if your servant has found favor with you, send me to Judah and to the city where my ancestors are buried, so that I may rebuild it." The king, with the queen seated beside him, asked me, "How long will your journey take, and when will you return?" So I gave him a definite time, and it pleased the king to send me. I also said to the king, "If it pleases the king, let me have letters written to the governors of the region west of the Euphrates River, so that they will grant me safe passage until I reach Judah. And let me have a letter written to Asaph, keeper of the king's forest, so that he will give me timber to rebuild the gates of the temple's fortress, the city wall, and the home where I will live." The king granted my requests, for the gracious hand of my God was on me. I went to the governors of the region west of the Euphrates and gave them the king's letters. The king had also sent officers of the infantry and cavalry with me. When Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the Ammonite official heard that someone had come to pursue the prosperity of the Israelites, they were greatly displeased. After I arrived in Jerusalem and had been there 3 days, I got up at night and took a few men with me. I didn't tell anyone what my God had laid on my heart to do for Jerusalem. The only animal I took was the one I was riding. I went out at night through the valley gate, toward the serpent's well and the dung gate. And I inspected the walls of Jerusalem that had been broken down, and its gates that had been destroyed by fire. I went on to the fountain gate and the king's pool, but farther down it became too narrow for my animal to go through. So I went up at night by way of the valley and inspected the wall. Then, heading back, I entered through the valley gate and returned. The officials did not know where I had gone or what I was doing, for I had not yet told the Jews, priests, nobles, officials, or the rest of those who would be doing the work. So I said to them, "You see the trouble we are in. Jerusalem lies in ruins, and its gates have been burned. Come, let's rebuild Jerusalem's wall, so that we will no longer be a disgrace." I told them how the gracious hand of my God had been on me, and what the king had said to me. They said, "Let's start rebuilding," and their hands were strengthened to do this good work. When Sanballat the Horonite, Tobiah the Ammonite official, and Geshem the Arab heard about this, they mocked and despised us, and said, "What is this you're doing? Are you rebelling against the king?" I gave them this reply: "The God of the heavens is the one who will grant us success. We, his servants, will start building. But you have no share, right, or historic claim in Jerusalem." Chapter 3. The high priest Eliashib and his fellow priests began rebuilding the
I think
sheep
it's
gate.
13 chapters.
They
Shaq.
dedicated it and installed its
Hold on real
doors.
quick. It's 13
dedicated
chapters,
it.
so
The men of Jericho built next to
if
Eliashib,
this ain't
and
13
next to
chapters,
them
I'm gonna have to
Zachar,
click
son
out
of
this
Imri,
video and
built.
click one that is
The
13
sons of
chapters.
Hasaneah built the fish gate. They built it with beams and installed its doors, bolts, and bars. Next to them, Meremoth, son of Uriah, son of Hakaz, made repairs. Beside them, Meshullam, son of Berechiah, son of Meshezabel, made repairs. Next to them, Zadok, son of Baana, made repairs. Beside them, the Tekoites made repairs, but their nobles did not lift a finger to help their supervisors. Joiada, son of Paseah, and Meshullam, son of Besadiah, repaired the old gate. They built it with beams and installed its doors, bolts, and bars. Next to them, the repairs were done by Melatiah the Gibeonite, Jadon the Meronothite, and the men of Gibeon and Mizpah, who were under the authority of the governor of the region west of the Euphrates River. After him, Uzziel, son of Harhiah the goldsmith, made repairs. And next to him, Hananiah, son of the perfumer, made repairs. They restored Jerusalem as far as the broad wall. Next to them, Rephaiah, son of Hur, ruler of half the district of Jerusalem, made repairs. After them, Jediah, son of Harumath, made repairs across from his house. Next to him, Haddish, the son of Hashabniah, made repairs. Malchijah, son of Harim, and Hashab, son of Pahath Moab, made repairs to another section, as well as to the tower of the ovens. Beside him, Shallum, son of Halohesh, ruler of half the district of Jerusalem, made repairs, he and his daughters. Hanan and the inhabitants of Zanoah repaired the valley gate. They rebuilt it and installed it.
And then it's like, if y'all coming on here threatening me because y'all want me to lash back out and threaten y'all, bro, I'm not about to do that. I'm not doing that, bro. I personally don't have no wish. Bro, to be threatening another black person. You feel me? Or trying to take another black person off this earth, bro. You know what I'm saying? I done said what I said. You feel me? And I'm sure y'all making me trying to stand on whatever I said. You feel me? Which is fine. But even with me saying what I said, bro, I have no desire, bro, to point no gun or harm any black person, bro, on this earth. Me personally, I don't. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, with that being said, bro, I'm not finna lash back out, bro. I'm not finna be on here, you feel me? I'm not finna be on here threatening nobody just because they threatening me. That's not what I'm on, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all on here threatening me, looking for me to like lash back out, bro, that's never gonna happen. Like, it don't matter how nobody feel about me, bro. I don't have no wishes to harm or kill nobody. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that I want to do with my life, bro, is try to get rich. You feel me? Take care of my family. Try to find me some ways to, you feel me? Have sources of income that's gonna work for themselves. You feel me? Make music for my Christian community and lead my Christian community to Jesus Christ, bro. That's it. That's all I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So anybody trying to take me, you feel me, away from doing any of that, you feel me? Like, it's like I don't know what y'all want me to do, bro. I don't got, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting here thinking about, you feel me, what y'all want to do to me every day, bro. I'm thinking about winning souls over and try to bring as many people as I can to Christ. So when I do get to heaven, God can tell me, yo, good job, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, here go your crib. My good and faithful servant. Here go your crib, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm worried about.
Its doors, bolts, and bars, and repaired 500 yards of the wall to the dung gate.
Y'all can do what y'all
Malchijah,
want.
son of Rechab, ruler of the district of Beth Haccherem, repaired the dung gate. He rebuilt it and installed its doors, bolts, and bars. Shallun, son of Colhose, ruler of the district of Mizpah, repaired the fountain gate. He rebuilt it and roofed it. Then he installed its doors, bolts, and bars.
But I
He
am
also made repairs to the
I am
wall
gonna
of the
let y'all
pool
know
of
anything
Shelah,
that
near
y'all
the
do
king's
do.
garden, as far as the
That
stairs
y'all
that
feel like it's gonna
descend from the city
satisfy
of
y'all.
David. After
But
him,
harming me in any
Nehemiah, son of
way,
Azbuk,
I am God's child. And it's definitely a bigger consequence, bro, for doing anything unethical to somebody that's worshiping God the way I am, versus somebody that ain't paying God no attention. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm not saying that to change nobody's mind or make nobody, you feel me, feel no different way than how they feel. I'm just stating the facts.
Quest. So I prayed to the God of the heavens, and answered the king. If it pleases the king, and if your servant has found favor with you, send me to Judah, and to the city where my ancestors are buried, so that I may rebuild it. The king, with the queen seated beside him, asked me, how long will your journey take, and when will you return? So I gave him a definite time, and it pleased the king to send me. I also said to the king, if it pleases the king, let me have letters written to the governors of the region west of the Euphrates River, so that they will grant me safe passage until I reach Judah. And let me have a letter written to Asaph, keeper of the king's forest, so that he will give me timber to rebuild the gates of the temple's fortress, the city wall, and the home where I will live. The king granted my requests, for the gracious hand of my God was on me. I went to the governors of the region west of the Euphrates and gave them the king's letters. The king had also sent officers of the infantry and cavalry with me. When Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the Ammonite official heard that someone had come to pursue the prosperity of the Israelites, they were greatly displeased. After I arrived in Jerusalem and had been there 3 days, I got up at night and took a few men with me. I didn't tell anyone what my God had laid on my heart to do for Jerusalem. The only animal I took was the one I was riding. I went out at night through the valley gate, toward the serpent's well and the dung gate. And I inspected the walls of Jerusalem that had been broken down, and its gates that had been destroyed by fire. I went on to the fountain gate and the king's pool, but farther down it became too narrow for my animal to go through. So I went up at night by way of the valley and inspected the wall. Then, heading back, I entered through the valley gate and returned. The officials did not know where I had gone or what I was doing, for I had not yet told the Jews, priests, nobles, officials, or the rest of those who would be doing the work. So I said to them, you see the trouble we are in. Jerusalem lies in ruins, and its gates have been burned. Come, let's rebuild Jerusalem's wall, so that we will no longer be a disgrace. I told them how the gracious hand of my God had been on me, and what the king had said to me. They said, let's start rebuilding, and their hands were strengthened to do this good work. When Sanballat the Horonite, Tobiah the Ammonite official, and Geshem the Arab heard about this, they mocked and despised us, and said, what is this you're doing? Are you rebelling against the king? I gave them this reply. The God of the heavens is the one who will grant us success. We, his servants, will start building. But you have no share, right, or historic claim in Jerusalem. Chapter 3. The high priest Eliashib and his fellow priests began rebuilding the sheep gate. They dedicated it and installed its doors. After building the wall to the Tower of the 100 and the Tower of Hananel, they dedicated it. The men of Jericho built next to Eliashib, and next to them Zachar, son of Imri.
And then it's like, bro, if you out here killing people, bro, the truth of that matter is, bro, the only person that is truly harming, the only person that's truly being harmed by killing people is the killer. Because you the one that got to deal with that on your conscience for the rest of your life. Like, it might make some mamas cry, it might make families cry, but it's like the only person that is really doing real damage to and real destruction is the person that's pulling the trigger. You know what I'm saying? No matter how successful somebody is at killing people, the killer is the one that goes through the most mentally. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like when you kill people, bro, that type of stuff does not leave your brain. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what you do. If you out here killing people, bro, it don't matter. It don't matter what you can do everything in the world. When you kill somebody, it does not leave your brain. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like killing people, you feel me? It's the reason why the Bible say don't do this stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand people don't care about the Bible for real, even though it's real. But like, bro, it's all self-destruction, bro. And that's exactly why the people in control of these industries promote it, because they want us as a black race to keep, you feel me, self-destructing ourselves and messing up our own race for each other, so we don't never get it right to the point where, you know what I'm saying, we overrule the people that's in power right now that got us in this trap that they got us in the first place. You know what I'm saying, that we can't seem to break.
I built. The sons of Hasaneah built the fish gate. They built it with beams and installed its doors, bolts, and bars. Next to them, Meremoth, son of Uriah, son of Hakaz, made repairs. Beside them, Meshullam, son of Berechiah, son of Meshezabel, made repairs. Next to them, Zadok, son of Baana, made repairs. Beside them, the Tekoites made repairs, but their nobles did not lift a finger to help their supervisors. Joiada, son of Paseah, and Meshullam, son of Besadiah, repaired the old gate. They built it with beams and installed its doors, bolts, and bars. Next to them, the repairs were done by Melatiah the Gibeonite, Jadon the Meronothite, and the men of Gibeon and Mizpah, who were under the authority of the governor of the region west of the Euphrates River. After him, Uzziel, son of Harhiah the goldsmith, made repairs. And next to him, Hananiah, son of the perfumer, made repairs. They restored Jerusalem as far as the broad wall. Next to them, Raphael, son of Hur, ruler of half the district of Jerusalem, made repairs. After them, Jediah, son of Harumath, made repairs across from his house. Next to him, Haddish, the son of Hashabniah, made repairs. Malchijah, son of Harim, and Hashab, son of Pahath Moab, made repairs to another section, as well as to the tower of the ovens. Beside him, Shallum, son of Halohesh, ruler of half the district of Jerusalem, made repairs, he and his daughters. Hanan and the inhabitants of Zanoah repaired the valley gate. They rebuilt it and installed its doors, bolts, and bars, and repaired 500 yards of the wall to the dung gate. Malchijah, son of Rechab, ruler of the district of Beth-Haccherem, repaired the dung gate. He rebuilt it and installed its doors, bolts, and bars. Shallun, son of Colhose, ruler of the district of Mizpah, repaired the fountain gate. He rebuilt it and roofed it. Then he installed its doors, bolts, and bars. He also made repairs to the wall of the pool of Shelah, near the king's garden, as far as the stairs that descend from the city of David. After him, Nehemiah, son of Azbuk, ruler of half the district of Bethzur, made repairs up to a point opposite the tombs of David, as far as the artificial pool and the house of the warriors. Next to him, the Levites made repairs under Rehum, son of Bani. Beside him, Hashabiah, ruler of half the district of Keilah, made repairs for his district. After him, their fellow Levites made repairs under Benui, son of Henadad, ruler of half the district of Keilah. Next to him, Ezer, son of Jeshua, ruler of Mizpah, made repairs to another section opposite the ascent to the armory at the angle. After him, Baruch, son of Zabbai, diligently repaired another section, from the angle to the door of the house of the high priest Eliashib. Beside him, Meremoth, son of Uriah, son of Hakkoz, made repairs to another section, from the door of Eliashib's house to the end of his house. And next to him, the priest from the surrounding area made repairs. After them, Benjamin and Hashab made repairs opposite their house. Beside them, Azariah, son of Maaseiah, son of Ananiah, made repairs beside his house. After him, Benui, son of Henadad, made repairs to another section, from the house of Azariah to the angle and the corner. Palal, son of Uzai, made repairs opposite the angle and tower that juts out from the king's upper palace, by the courtyard of the guard. Beside him, Pedaiah, son of Parosh, and the temple servants living on Ophel, made repairs opposite the water gate toward the east and the tower that juts out. Next to him, the Tekoites made repairs to another section from a point opposite the great tower that juts out, as far as the wall of Ophel. Each of the priests made repairs above the horse gate, each opposite his own house. After them, Zadok, son of Immer, made repairs opposite his house, and beside him, Shemaiah, son of Shechaniah, guard of the east gate, made repairs. Next to him, Hananiah, son of Shelemiah, and Hanan, the sixth son of Zalaph, made repairs to another section. After them, Meshullam, son of Berechiah, made repairs opposite his room. Next to him, Malchijah, one of the goldsmiths, made repairs to the house of the temple servants and the merchants, opposite the inspection gate, and as far as the upstairs room on the corner. The goldsmiths and merchants made repairs between the upstairs room on the corner and the sheep gate. Chapter 4. When Sanballat heard that we were rebuilding the wall, he became furious. He mocked the Jews before his colleagues and the powerful men of Samaria and said, "What are these pathetic Jews doing? Can they restore it by themselves? Will they offer sacrifices? Will they ever finish it? Can they bring these burnt stones back to life from the mounds of rubble?" Then Tobiah the Ammonite, who was beside him, said, "Indeed, even if a fox climbed up what they are building, he would break down their stone wall. Listen, our God, for we are despised. Make their insults return on their own heads, and let them be taken as plunder to a land of captivity. Do not cover their guilt, or let their sin be erased from your sight, because they have angered the builders." So we rebuilt the wall, until the entire wall was joined together up to half its height, for the people had the will to keep working. When Sanballat, Tobiah, and the Arabs, Ammonites, and Ashdodites heard that the repair to the walls of Jerusalem was progressing and that the gaps were being closed, they became furious. They all plotted together to come and fight against Jerusalem and throw it into confusion. So we prayed to our God and stationed a guard because of them day and night. In Judah it was said, "The strength of the laborer fails, since there is so much rubble. We will never be able to rebuild the wall." And our enemies said, "They won't realize it until we're among them and can kill them and stop the work." When the Jews who lived nearby arrived, they said to us time and again, "Everywhere you turn, they attack us." So I stationed people behind the lowest sections of the wall, at the vulnerable areas. I stationed them by families with their swords, spears, and bows. After I made an inspection, I stood up and said to the nobles, the officials, and the rest of the people, "Don't be afraid of them. Remember the great and awe-inspiring Lord, and fight for your countrymen, your sons and daughters, your wives and homes." When our enemies heard that we knew their scheme, and that God had frustrated it, every one of us returned to his own work on the wall. From that day on, half of my men did the work, while the other half held spears, shields, bows, and armor. The officers supported all the people of Judah who were rebuilding the wall. The laborers who carried the loads worked with one hand and held a weapon with the other. Each of the builders had his sword strapped around his waist while he was building, and the one who sounded the ram's horn was beside me. Then I said to the nobles, the officials, and the rest of the people, "The work is enormous and spread out, and we are separated far from one another along the wall. Wherever you hear the sound of the ram's horn, rally
Yeah.
to us there. Our God will fight for us." So we continued the work, while half of the men were holding spears from daybreak until the stars came out. At that time I also said to the people, "Let everyone and his servant spend the night inside Jerusalem, so that they can stand guard by night and work by day." And I, my brothers, my servants, and the men of the guard with me, never took off our clothes. Each carried his weapon, even when washing. Chapter 5. There was a widespread outcry from the people and their wives against their Jewish countrymen. Some were saying, "We, our sons and our daughters, are numerous. Let us get grain so that we can eat and live." Others were saying, "We are mortgaging our fields, vineyards, and homes to get grain during the famine." Still others were saying, "We have borrowed money to pay the king's tax on our fields and vineyards. We and our children are just like our countrymen and their children, yet we are subjecting our sons and daughters to slavery. Some of our daughters are already enslaved, but we are powerless because our fields and vineyards belong to others." I became extremely angry when I heard their outcry and these complaints. After seriously considering the matter, I accused the nobles and officials, saying to them, "Each of you is charging his countrymen interest." So I called a large assembly against them and said, "We have done our best to buy back our Jewish countrymen who were sold to foreigners. But now you sell your own countrymen, and we have to buy them back." They remained silent and could not say a word. Then I said, "What you are doing isn't right. Shouldn't you walk in the fear of our God and not invite the reproach of our foreign enemies? Even I, as well as my brothers and my servants, have been lending them money and grain. Please, let's stop charging this interest. Return their fields, vineyards, olive groves, and houses to them immediately, along with the percentage of the money, grain, new wine, and fresh oil that you have been assessing them." They responded, "We will return these things and require nothing more from them. We will do as you say." So I summoned the priests and made everyone take an oath to do this. I also shook the folds of my robe and said, "May God likewise shake from his house and property everyone who doesn't keep this promise. May he be shaken out and have nothing." The whole assembly said, "Amen," and they praised the Lord. Then the people did as they had promised. Furthermore, from the day King Artaxerxes appointed me to be their governor in the land of Judah, from the 20th year until his 32nd year, 12 years, I and my associates never ate from the food allotted to the governor. The governors who preceded me had heavily burdened the people, taking from them food and wine, as well as a pound of silver. Their subordinates also oppressed the people. But because of the fear of God, I didn't do this. Instead, I devoted myself to the construction of this wall, and all my subordinates were gathered there for the work. We didn't buy any land. There were 150 Jews and officials, as well as guests from the surrounding nations at my table. Each day, 1 ox, 6 choice sheep, and some fowl were prepared for me. An abundance of all kinds of wine was provided every 10 days. But I didn't demand the food allotted to the governor, because the burden on the people was so heavy. Remember me favorably, my God, for all that I have done for this people. Chapter 6. When Sanballat, Tobiah, Geshem the Arab, and the rest of our enemies heard that I had rebuilt the wall and that no gap was left in it, though at that time I had not installed the doors in the city gates, Sanballat and Geshem sent me a message. Come, let's meet together in the villages of the Ono Valley. They were planning to harm me. So I sent messengers to them saying, I am doing important work and cannot come down. Why should the work cease while I leave it and go down to you? 4 times they sent me the same proposal, and I gave them the same reply. Sanballat sent me this same message a 5th time by his aide, who had an open letter in his hand. In it was written, It is reported among the nations, and Geshem agrees, that you and the Jews plan to rebel. This is the reason you are rebuilding the wall. According to these reports, you are to become their king, and have even set up the prophets in Jerusalem to proclaim on your behalf, There is a king in Judah. These rumors will be heard by the king. So come, let's confer together. Then I replied to him, There is nothing to these rumors you are spreading. You are inventing them in your own mind, for they were all trying to intimidate us, saying, They will drop their hands from the work, and it will never be finished. But now, my God, strengthen my hands. I went to the house of Shemaiah, son of Delaiah, son of Mehetabel, who was restricted to his house. He said, Let's meet at the house of God, inside the temple. Let's shut the temple doors, because they are coming to kill you. They're coming to kill you tonight. But I said, Should a man like me run away? How can someone like me enter the temple and live? I will not go. I realized that God had not sent him, because of the prophecy he spoke against me. Tobiah and Sanballat had hired him. He was hired so that I would be intimidated, do as he suggested, sin, and get a bad reputation, in order that they could discredit me. My God, remember Tobiah and Sanballat for what they have done, and also the prophetess Noadiah and the other prophets who wanted to intimidate me. The wall was completed in 52 days, on the 25th day of the month Elul. When all our enemies heard this, all the surrounding nations were intimidated and lost their confidence, for they realized that this task had been accomplished by our God. During those days, the nobles of Judah sent many letters to Tobiah, and Tobiah's letters came to them. For many in Judah were bound by oath to him, since he was a son-in-law of Shechaniah, son of Arah, and his son Jehohanan had married the daughter of Meshullam, son of Berechiah. These nobles kept mentioning Tobiah's good deeds to me, and they reported my words to him. And Tobiah sent letters to intimidate me. Chapter 7. When the wall had been rebuilt, and I had the doors installed, the gatekeepers, singers, and Levites were appointed. Then I put my brother Hanani in charge of Jerusalem, along with Hananiah, commander of the fortress, because he was a faithful man, who feared God more than most. I said to them, Do not open the gates of Jerusalem until the sun is hot, and let the doors be shut and securely fastened while the guards are on duty. Station the citizens of Jerusalem as guards, some at their posts and some at their homes. The city was large and spacious, but there were few people in it, and no houses had been built yet. Then my God put it into my mind to assemble the nobles, the officials, and the people to be registered by genealogy. I found the genealogical record of those who came back first, and I found the following written in it. These are the people of the province who went up among the captive exiles deported by King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon. Each of them returned to Jerusalem and Judah, to his own town. They came with Zerubbabel, Jeshua, Nehemiah, Azariah, Rehemiah, Nehemani, Mordecai, Bilshan, Mispereth, Bigvai, Nehum, and Baanah. The number of the Israelite men included Parosh's descendants, 2,172. Shephatiah's descendants, 372. Arah's descendants, 652. Pahath Moab's descendants, Jeshua's and Joab's descendants, 2,818. Elam's descendants, 1,254. Zadu's descendants, 845. Zakkai's descendants, 760. Binui's descendants, 648. Bevi's descendants, 628. Asgad's descendants, 2,322. Adonikam's descendants, 667. Bigvai's descendants, 2,067. Aidan's descendants, 655. Ater's descendants, of Hezekiah, 98. Hasham's descendants, 328. Bezai's descendants, 324. Harif's descendants, 112. Gibeon's descendants, 95. Bethlehem's and Netophah's men, 188. Anathoth's men, 128. Beth-Asmaveth's men, 42. Kiriath Jearim's, Kephira's, and Beeroth's men, 743. Ramah's and Geba's men, 621. Mikmah's men, 122. Bethel's and Ai's men, 123. The other Nebo's men, 52. The other Elam's people, 1,254. Harim's people, 320. Jericho's people, 345. Lod's, Hadid's, and Ono's people, 721. Sanaiah's people, 3,930. The priests included Jediah's descendants of the house of Jeshua, 973. Immer's descendants, 1,052. Pasher's descendants, 1,247. Harim's descendants, 1,017. The Levites included Jeshua's descendants. Of Kadmiel, Hodavah's descendants, 74. The singers included Asaph's descendants, 148. The gatekeepers included Shallum's descendants, Ater's descendants, Talmon's descendants, Akab's descendants, Hatita's descendants, Shobai's descendants, 138. The temple servants included Zihah's descendants, Hasupha's descendants, Tabaoth's descendants, Kirah's descendants, Saiah's descendants, Padon's descendants, Lebanah's descendants, Hagabah's descendants, Shalmai's descendants, Hanan's descendants, Giddal's descendants, Gahar's descendants, Raiah's descendants, Rezon's descendants, Nekoda's descendants, Gazam's descendants, Uzzah's descendants, Paseah's descendants, Besai's descendants, Menunem's descendants, Nephishasim's descendants, Bakbuk's descendants, Hakupha's descendants, Harhur's descendants, Baslith's descendants, Mahidah's descendants, Harsha's descendants, Barkah's descendants, Sisera's descendants, Temah's descendants, Neziah's descendants, Hatipha's descendants. The descendants of Solomon's servants included Sotai's descendants, Sophereth's descendants, Peridah's descendants, Jaelah's descendants, Darkon's descendants, Giddal's descendants, Shephatiah's descendants, Hattil's descendants, Pokereth Hazabaim's descendants, Ammon's descendants. All the temple servants and the descendants of Solomon's servants, 392.
God.
The following are those who came from Tel Melah, Tel Harsha, Kerub, Adon, and Immer, but were unable to prove that their ancestral families and their lineage were Israelite. Delaiah's descendants, Tobiah's descendants, and Nekoda's descendants, 642. And from the priests, the descendants of Hobaiah, the descendants of Hakkoz, and the descendants of Barzillai, who had taken a wife from the daughters of Barzillai the Gileadite, and who bore their name. These searched for their entries in the genealogical records, but they could not be found, so they were disqualified from the priesthood. The governor ordered them not to eat the most holy things until there was a priest who could consult the Urim and Thummim. The whole combined assembly numbered 42,360, not including their 7,337 male and female servants, as well as their 245 male and female singers. They had 736 horses, 245 mules, 435 camels, and 6,720 donkeys. Some of the family heads contributed to the project. The governor gave 1,000 gold coins, 50 bowls, and 530 priestly garments to the treasury. Some of the family heads gave 20,000 gold coins and 2,200 silver minas to the treasury for the project. The rest of the people gave 20,000 gold coins, 2,000 silver minas, and 67 priestly garments. The priests, Levites, gatekeepers, temple singers, some of the people, temple servants, and all Israel settled in their towns. When the 7th month came and the Israelites had settled in their towns. Chapter 8. All the people gathered together at the square in front of the water gate. They asked the scribe Ezra to bring the book of the law of Moses that the Lord had given Israel. On the 1st day of the 7th month, the priest Ezra brought the law before the assembly of men, women, and all who could listen with understanding. While he was facing the square in front of the water gate, he read out of it from daybreak until noon, before the men, the women, and those who could understand. All the people listened attentively to the book of the law. The scribe Ezra stood on a high wooden platform made for this purpose. Mattathiah, Shema, Anaiah, Uriah, Hilkiah, and Maaseiah stood beside him on his right. To his left were Pedaiah, Mishael, Malchijah, Hashem, Hashbaddanah, Zechariah, and Meshullam. Ezra opened the book in full view of all the people, since he was elevated above everyone. As he opened it, all the people stood up. Ezra blessed the Lord, the great God, and with their hands uplifted, all the people said, Amen, Amen.
Amen.
Then they knelt low and worshiped the Lord, with their faces to the ground. Jeshua, Bani, Sherebiah, Jamin, Akab, Shabbathai, Hodiah, Maaseiah, Kelita, Azariah, Jozabad, Hanan, and Pelaiah, who were Levites, explained the law to the people as they stood in their places. They read out of the book of the law of God, translating and giving the meaning so that the people could understand what was read. Nehemiah the governor, Ezra the priest and scribe, and the Levites who were instructing the people said to all of them, This day is holy to the Lord your God. Do not mourn or weep, for all the people were weeping as they heard the words of the law. Then he said to them, Go and eat what is rich, drink what is sweet, and send portions to those who have nothing prepared, since today is holy to our Lord. Do not grieve, because the joy of the Lord is your strength. And the Levites quieted all the people, saying, Be still, since today is holy. Don't grieve. Then all the people began to eat and drink, send portions, and have a great celebration, because they had understood the words that were explained to them. On the 2nd day, the family heads of all the people, along with the priests and Levites, assembled before the scribe Ezra to study the words of the law. They found written in the law how the Lord had commanded through Moses that the Israelites should dwell in shelters during the festival of the 7th month. So they proclaimed and spread this news throughout their towns and in Jerusalem, saying, Go out to the hill country and bring back branches of olive, wild olive, myrtle, palm, and other leafy trees to make shelters, just as it is written. The people went out, brought back branches, and made shelters for themselves on each of their rooftops and courtyards, the court of the house of God, the square by the water gate, and the square by the Ephraim gate. The whole community that had returned from exile made shelters and lived in them. The Israelites had not celebrated like this from the days of Joshua son of Nun until that day. And there was tremendous joy. Ezra read out of the book of the law of God every day, from the first day to the last. The Israelites celebrated the festival for 7 days, and on the 8th day there was a solemn assembly, according to the ordinance. Chapter 9. On the 24th day of this month, the Israelites assembled. They were fasting, wearing sackcloth, and had put dust on their heads. Those of Israelite descent separated themselves from all foreigners, and they stood and confessed their sins and the iniquities of their ancestors. While they stood in their places, they read from the book of the law of the Lord their God for a fourth of the day, and spent another fourth of the day in confession and worship of the Lord their God. Jeshua, Bani, Kadmiel, Shebaniah, Bunni, Sherebiah, Bani, and Canaani stood on the raised platform built for the Levites and cried out loudly to the Lord their God. Then the Levites, Jeshua, Kadmiel, Bani, Hashabniah, Sherebiah, Hodiah, Shebaniah, and Pethahiah said, "Stand up. Blessed be the Lord your God, from everlasting to everlasting. Blessed be your glorious name, and may it be exalted above all blessing and praise. You, Lord, are the only God. You created the heavens, the highest heavens with all their stars, the earth and all that is on it, the seas and all that is in them. You give life to all of them, and all the stars of heaven worship you. You, the Lord, are the God who chose Abram and brought him out of Ur of the Chaldeans and changed his name to Abraham. You found his heart faithful in your sight and made a covenant with him to give the land of the Canaanites, Hethites, Amorites, Perizzites, Jebusites, and Girgashites, to give it to his descendants. You have fulfilled your promise, for you are righteous. You saw the oppression of our ancestors in Egypt and heard their cry at the Red Sea. You performed signs and wonders against Pharaoh, all his officials, and all the people of his land. For you knew how arrogantly they treated our ancestors. You made a name for yourself that endures to this day. You divided the sea before them, and they crossed through it on dry ground. You hurled their pursuers into the depths like a stone into raging water. You led them with a pillar of cloud by day and with a pillar of fire by night to illuminate the way they should go. You came down on Mount Sinai and spoke to them from heaven. You gave them impartial ordinances, reliable instructions, and good statutes and commands. You revealed your holy Sabbath to them and gave them commands, statutes, and instruction through your servant Moses. You provided bread from heaven for their hunger. You brought them water from the rock for their thirst. You told them to go in and possess the land you had sworn to give them. But our ancestors acted arrogantly. They became stiff-necked and did not listen to your commands. They refused to listen and did not remember your wonders you performed among them. They became stiff-necked and appointed a leader to return to their slavery in Egypt. But you are a forgiving God, gracious and compassionate, slow to anger and abounding in faithful love. And you did not abandon them, even after they had cast an image of a calf for themselves and said, "This is your God who brought you out of Egypt." And they had committed terrible blasphemies. You did not abandon them in the wilderness because of your great compassion. During the day, the pillar of cloud never turned away from them, guiding them on their journey. And during the night, the pillar of fire illuminated the way they should go. You sent your good spirit to instruct them. You did not withhold your manna from their mouths, and you gave them water for their thirst. You provided for them in the wilderness 40 years, and they lacked nothing. Their clothes did not wear out, and their feet did not swell. You gave them kingdoms and peoples, and established boundaries for them. They took possession of the land of King Sihon of Heshbon, and of the land of King Og of Bashan. You multiplied their descendants like the stars of the sky, and brought them to the land you told their ancestors to go in and possess. So their descendants went in and possessed the land. You subdued the Canaanites who inhabited the land before them, and handed their kings and the surrounding peoples over to them, to do as they pleased with them. They captured fortified cities and fertile land, and took possession of well-supplied houses, cisterns cut out of rock, vineyards, olive groves, and fruit trees in abundance. They ate, were filled, became prosperous, and delighted in your great goodness. But they were disobedient and rebelled against you. They flung your law behind their backs and killed your prophets who warned them in order to turn them back to you. They committed terrible blasphemies. So you handed them over to their enemies who oppressed them. In their time of distress, they cried out to you, and you heard from heaven. In your abundant compassion, you gave them deliverers who rescued them from the power of their enemies. But as soon as they had relief, they again did what was evil in your sight. So you abandoned them to the power of their enemies who dominated them. When they cried out to you again, you heard from heaven and rescued them many times in your compassion. You warned them to turn back to your law, but they acted arrogantly and would not obey your commands. They sinned against your ordinances, which a person will live by if he does them. They stubbornly resisted, stiffened their necks, and would not obey. You were patient with them for many years, and your spirit warned them through your prophets, but they would not listen. Therefore you handed them over to the surrounding peoples. However, in your abundant compassion, you did not destroy them or abandon them, for you are a gracious and compassionate God. So now, our God, the great, mighty, and awe-inspiring God.
To whoever trying to kill me, or harm me, or do whatever y'all trying to do, right? If y'all got y'all mind made up, and it ain't no change in it, I just want to ask y'all for one favor. If you follow through with it and it gets executed, do me a big favor. Do me this one solid. If you follow through with it, just give your life to Christ for me. If whoever trying to do that to me got their mind made up and it ain't no changing, and they want to follow through with it, and they want to see to it that it's executed, do me a favor and please give your life to Jesus Christ if you follow through with it. That's my only request. I'm begging you. I'm literally begging you. Please give your life to Jesus Christ. That's my only request.
Who keeps his gracious covenant. Do not view lightly all the hardships that have afflicted us, our kings and leaders, our priests and prophets, our ancestors, and all your people, from the days of the Assyrian kings until today. You are righteous concerning all that has happened to us, because you have acted faithfully, while we have acted wickedly. Our kings, leaders, priests, and ancestors did not obey your law, or listen to your commands and warnings you gave them. When they were in their kingdom, with your abundant goodness that you gave them, and in the spacious and fertile land you set before them, they would not serve you, or turn from their wicked ways. Here we are, today, slaves in the land you gave our ancestors so that they could enjoy its fruit and its goodness. Here we are, slaves in it. Its abundant harvest goes to the kings you have set over us because of our sins. They rule over our bodies and our livestock as they please. We are in great distress. In view of all this, we are making a binding agreement in writing on a sealed document containing the names of our leaders, Levites, and priests. Chapter 10. Those whose seals were on the document were the governor Nehemiah, son of Hakaliah, and Zedekiah, Sariah, Azariah, Jeremiah, Pashur, Amariah, Malchijah, Hattush, Shebaniah, Malach, Harim, Meremoth, Obadiah, Daniel, Ginnathon, Baruch, Meshulam, Abijah, Mijamin, Maaziah, Bilgai, and Shemaiah. These were the priests. The Levites were Jeshua, son of Azaniah, Binnui, of the sons of Henadad, Kadmiel, and their brothers Shebaniah, Hodiah, Kelita, Pelaiah, Hanan, Micah, Rehob, Hashabiah, Zachar, Sherebiah, Shebaniah, Hodiah, Bani, and Beninu. The heads of the people were Parosh, Pahath-Moab, Elam, Zatu, Bani, Bunai, Asgad, Bebai, Adonijah, Bigvai, Adin, Ater, Hezekiah, Azar, Hodiah, Hashem, Bezai, Parith, Anathoth, Nebai, Magpiash, Meshulam, Hezer, Meshezabel, Zadok, Jadua, Pelatiah, Hanan, Anaiah, Hoshea, Hananiah, Hashub, Halohesh, Pilha, Shobek, Rehum, Hashabnah, Maaseiah, Ahijah, Hanan, Anan, Malach, Harim, Baanah. The rest of the people, the priests, Levites, gatekeepers, singers, and temple servants, along with their wives, sons, and daughters, everyone who is able to understand and who has separated themselves from the surrounding peoples to obey the law of God, join with their noble brothers and commit themselves with a sworn oath to follow the law of God given through God's servant Moses, and to obey carefully all the commands, ordinances, and statutes of the Lord, our Lord. We will not give our daughters in marriage to the surrounding peoples, and will not take their daughters as wives for our sons. When the surrounding peoples bring merchandise or any kind of grain to sell on the Sabbath day, we will not buy from them on the Sabbath or a holy day. We will also leave the land uncultivated in the 7th year, and will cancel every debt. We will impose the following commands on ourselves: to give 1/8 of an ounce of silver yearly for the service of the house of our God, the bread displayed before the Lord, the daily grain offering, the regular burnt offering, the Sabbath and new moon offerings, the appointed festivals, the holy things, the sin offerings to atone for Israel, and for all the work of the house of our God. We have cast lots among the priests, Levites, and people for the donation of wood by our ancestral families at the appointed times each year. They are to bring the wood to our God's house, to burn on the altar of the Lord our God, as it is written in the law. We will bring the first fruits of our land and of every fruit tree to the Lord's house year by year. We will also bring the firstborn of our sons and our livestock, as prescribed by the law, and will bring the firstborn of our herds and flocks to the house of our God, to the priests who serve in our God's house. We will bring a loaf from our first batch of dough to the priests at the storerooms of the house of our God. We will also bring the first fruits of our grain offerings, of every fruit tree, and of the new wine and fresh oil. 1/10 of our land's produce belongs to the Levites, for the Levites are to collect the 1/10 offering in all our agricultural towns. A priest from Aaron's descendants is to accompany the Levites when they collect the 10th, and the Levites are to take 1/10 of this offering to the storerooms of the treasury in the house of our God. For the Israelites and the Levites are to bring the contributions of grain, new wine, and fresh oil to the storerooms where the articles of the sanctuary are kept, and where the priests who minister are, along with the gatekeepers and singers. We will not neglect the house of our God. Chapter 11. Now the leaders of the people stayed in Jerusalem, and the rest of the people cast lots for 1 out of 10 to come and live in Jerusalem, the holy city. while the other 9/10 remained in their towns. The people blessed all the men who volunteered to live in Jerusalem. These are the heads of the province who stayed in Jerusalem. But in the villages of Judah, each lived on his own property in their towns. The Israelites, priests, Levites, temple servants, and descendants of Solomon's servants, while some of the descendants of Judah and Benjamin settled in Jerusalem. Judah's descendants: Athaiah, son of Uzziah, son of Zechariah, son of Amariah, son of Shephatiah, son of Mahalalel of Perez's descendants, and Maaseiah, son of Baruch, son of Calhoseh, son of Haziah, son of Adiah, son of Joiarib, son of Zechariah, a descendant of the Shilonite. The total number of Perez's descendants who settled in Jerusalem was 468 capable men. These were Benjamin's descendants: Salu, son of Meshullam, son of Joed, son of Pedaiah, son of Koliah, son of Maaseiah, son of Ithiel, son of Jeshiah, and after him Gabbai and Salai, 928. Joel, son of Zichri, was the officer over them, and Judah, son of Hasenuah, was second in command over the city. The priests: Jediah, son of Joiarib, Jachin, and Sariah, son of Hilkiah, son of Meshullam, son of Zadok, son of Meraioth, son of Ahitub, the chief official of God's temple, and their relatives who did the work at the temple, 822. Adiah, son of Jeroham, son of Pelaliah, son of Amzai, son of Zechariah, son of Pashur, son of Malchijah, and his relatives, the heads of families, 242. Amashsai, son of Azarel, son of Ozai, son of Meshillemoth, son of Immer, and their relatives, capable men, 128. Zabdiel, son of Haggedolim, was their chief. The Levites: Shemaiah, son of Hashab, son of Azrikam, son of Hashabiah, son of Bunai, and Shabbathai and Jozabad from the heads of the Levites, who supervised the work outside the house of God. Mattaniah, son of Micah, son of Zabdi, son of Asaph, the one who began the thanksgiving and prayer. Macbukiah, second among his relatives, and Abda, son of Shammua, son of Galal, son of Jeduthun. All the Levites in the holy city, 284. The gatekeepers: Akab, Talmon, and their relatives, who guarded the city gates, 172. The rest of Israel, the priests and the Levites, were in all the villages of Judah, each on his own inherited property. The temple servants lived on Ophel. Ziha and Gishpa supervised the temple servants. The leader of the Levites in Jerusalem was Uzzi, son of Bani, son of Hashabiah, son of Mattaniah, son of Micah, of the descendants of Asaph, who were singers for the service of God's house. There was, in fact, a command of the king regarding them, and an ordinance regulating the singers' daily tasks. Pethahiah, son of Meshezabel, of the descendants of Zerah, son of Judah, was the king's agent in every matter concerning the people. As for the farming settlements with their fields, some of Judah's descendants lived in Kiriath Arba and Dibon and their surrounding villages, and Jekabziel and its settlements. In Jeshua, Moleda, Beth Pelet, Hazar Shual, and Beersheba and its surrounding villages. In Ziklag and Makona and its surrounding villages. In Rimmon, Zorah, Jarmuth, and Zonoah and Adullam with their settlements. In Lachish with its fields, and Azekah and its surrounding villages. So they settled from Beersheba to Hinnom Valley. Benjamin's descendants, from Geba, Michmash, Aijah, and Bethel and its surrounding villages. Anathoth, Nob, Ananiah, Hazar, Ramah, Gideam, Hadid, Zeboam, Nebalit, Lod, and Ono in Craftsman's Valley. Some of the Judean divisions of Levites were in Benjamin. Chapter 12. These are the priests and Levites who went up with Zerubbabel son of Shealtiel and with Jeshua: Sariah, Jeremiah, Ezra, Amariah, Malach, Haddish, Shechaniah, Rehum, Meremoth, Iddo, Genethoi, Abijah, Mijamin, Maadiah, Bilgah, Shemaiah, Joiarib, Jedaiah, Sallu, Amok, Hilkiah, Jedaiah. These were the heads of the priests and their relatives in the days of Jeshua. The Levites: Jeshua, Binnui, Kadmiel, Sherebiah, Judah, and Mattaniah. He and his relatives were in charge of the songs of praise. Bakbukiah, Unai, and their relatives stood opposite them in the services. Jeshua fathered Joachim. Joachim fathered Eliashib. Eliashib fathered Joiada. Joiada fathered Jonathan. And Jonathan fathered Jaddua. In the days of Joachim, the heads of the priestly families were Moriah of Sariah, Hananiah of Jeremiah, Meshullam of Ezra, Jehohanan of Amariah, Jonathan of Malachi, Joseph of Shebaniah, Adnah of Harim, Helkai of Meraioth, Zechariah of Iddo, Meshullam of Ginnethon, Zichri of Abijah, Piltai of Moadiah of Meniaman, Shammua of Bilgah, Jehonathan of Shemaiah, Madani of Joiarib, Uzzi of Jediah, Kalai of Salai, Eber of Amok, Hashabiah of Hilkiah, and Nathanael of Jediah. In the days of Eliashib, Joiada, Johanan, and Jaddua, the heads of the families of the Levites and priests, were recorded while Darius the Persian ruled. Levi's descendants, the family heads, were recorded in the book of the historical events during the days of Johanan, son of Eliashib. The heads of the Levites, Hashabiah, Sherebiah, and Jeshua, son of Kadmiel, along with their relatives opposite them, gave praise and thanks, division by division, as David the man of God had prescribed. This included Mattaniah, Bakbukiah, and Obadiah. Meshullam, Talmon, and Akab were gatekeepers who guarded the storerooms at the city gates. These served in the days of Joachim, son of Jeshua, son of Jozadak, and in the days of Nehemiah the governor and Ezra the priest and scribe. At the dedication of the wall of Jerusalem, they sent for the Levites wherever they lived and brought them to Jerusalem to celebrate the joyous dedication with thanksgiving and singing, accompanied by cymbals, harps, and lyres. The singers gathered from the region around Jerusalem, from the settlements of the Netophathites, from Beth Gilgal, and from the fields of Geba and Asmaveth, for they had built settlements for themselves around Jerusalem. After the priests and Levites had purified themselves, they purified the people, the city gates, and the wall. Then I brought the leaders of Judah up on top of the wall, and I appointed 2 large processions that gave thanks. One went to the right on the wall toward the Dung Gate. Hoshea and half the leaders of Judah followed, along with Azariah, Ezra, Meshullam, Judah, Benjamin, Shemaiah, Jeremiah, and some of the priests' sons with trumpets, and Zechariah, son of Jonathan, son of Shemaiah, son of Mattaniah, son of Micaiah, son of Zachar, son of Asaph, followed, as well as his relatives, Shemaiah, Azarel, Milalai, Gilalai, Mai, Nathanael, Judah, and Hanani, with the musical instruments of David.
I ain't gonna lie, if I don't hit chapter 13
Ezra
before
the
this
scribe
video
went
over,
in front of them. At
I'm
the
gonna click on
fountain
another
gate,
one.
they climbed the steps of the city of David on the ascent of the wall and went above the house
that
of
mean we
David
ain't
to the
properly
water
getting the
gate
chapter.
on the east. The second Thanksgiving procession went to the left, and I followed it with half the people along the top of the wall, past the Tower of the Ovens to the broad wall, above the Ephraim gate, and by the old gate, the fish gate, the Tower of Hananel, and the Tower of the 100 to the sheep gate. They stopped at the gate of the guard. The 2 Thanksgiving processions stood in the house of God. So did I and half of the officials accompanying me, as well as the priests, Eliakim, Maaseiah, Meniaman, Micaiah, Elioenai, Zechariah, and Hananiah with trumpets, and Maaseiah, Shemaiah, Eleazar, Uzzi, Jehohanan, Malchijah, Elam, and Ezer. Then the singers sang, with Jezrahiah as the leader. On that day they offered great sacrifices, and rejoiced because God had given them great joy. The women and children also celebrated, and Jerusalem's rejoicing was heard far away. On that same day, men were placed in charge of the rooms that housed the supplies, contributions, first fruits, and tenths. The legally required portions for the priests and Levites were gathered from the village fields, because Judah was grateful to the priests and Levites who were serving. They performed the service of their God and the service of purification, along with the singers and gatekeepers, as David and his son Solomon had prescribed. For long ago, in the days of David and Asaph, they were heads of the singers and songs of praise and thanksgiving to God. So in the days of Zerubbabel and Nehemiah, all Israel contributed the daily portions for the singers and gatekeepers. They also set aside daily portions for the Levites, and the Levites set aside daily portions for Aaron's descendants. Chapter 13. At that time, the book of Moses was read publicly to the people. The command was found written in it that no
Well, I guess we
Ammonite
got
or
it.
Moabite should ever enter the assembly of God, because they did not meet the Israelites with food and water. Instead, they hired Balaam against them to curse them. But our God turned the curse into a blessing. When they heard the law, they separated all those of mixed descent from Israel. Now before this, the priest Eliashib had been put in charge of the storerooms of the house of our God. He was a relative of Tobiah, and had prepared a large room for him where they had previously stored the grain offerings, the frankincense, the articles, and the tenths of grain, new wine, and fresh oil prescribed for the Levites, singers, and gatekeepers, along with the contributions for the priests. While all this was happening, I was not in Jerusalem, because I had returned to
I think
King
I just got a
Artaxerxes of
confirmation on the
Babylon
dream I
in
just
the
had last
32nd
night,
year
chat.
of his reign.
Oh,
It was only later that I asked the king for a leave of absence, so I could return to
I don't know.
Jerusalem.
Never mind.
Then I discovered the evil that Eliashib had done on behalf of Tobiah by providing him a room in the courts of God's house. I was greatly displeased, and threw all of Tobiah's household possessions out of the room. I ordered that the rooms be purified, and I had the articles of the house of God restored there, along with the grain offering and frankincense. I also found out that because the portions for the Levites had not been given, each of the Levites and the singers performing the service had gone back to his own field. Therefore, I rebuked the officials, asking, "Why has the house of God been neglected?" I gathered the Levites and singers together and stationed them at their posts. Then all Judah brought a tenth of the grain, new wine, and fresh oil into the storehouses. I appointed as treasurers over the storehouses the priest Shelemiah, the scribe Zadok, and Pedaiah of the Levites, with Hanan son of Zachar, son of Mattaniah, to assist them, because they were considered trustworthy. They were responsible for the distribution to their colleagues. Remember me for this, my God, and don't erase the deeds of faithful love I have done for the house of my God and for its services. At that time I saw people in Judah treading wine presses on the Sabbath. They were also bringing in stores of grain and loading them on donkeys, along with wine, grapes, and figs. All kinds of goods were being brought to Jerusalem on the Sabbath day. So I warned them against selling food on that day. The Tyrians living there were importing fish and all kinds of merchandise and selling them on the Sabbath to the people of Judah in Jerusalem. I rebuked the nobles of Judah and said to them, "What is this evil you are doing, profaning the Sabbath day? Didn't your ancestors do the same, so that our God brought all this disaster on us and on this city? And now you are rekindling his anger against Israel by profaning the Sabbath." When shadows began to fall on the city gates of Jerusalem just before the Sabbath, I gave orders that the city gates be closed and not opened until after the Sabbath. I posted some of my men at the gates, so that no goods could enter during the Sabbath day. Once or twice the merchants and those who sell all kinds of goods camped outside Jerusalem. But I warned them, "Why are you camping in front of the wall? If you do it again, I'll use force against you." After that, they did not come again on the Sabbath. Then I instructed the Levites to purify themselves and guard the city gates in order to keep the Sabbath day holy. Remember me for this also, my God, and look on me with compassion according to the abundance of your faithful love. In those days, I also saw Jews who had married women from Ashdod, Ammon, and Moab. Half of their children spoke the language of Ashdod, or the language of one of the other peoples, but could not speak Hebrew. I rebuked them, cursed them, beat some of their men, and pulled out their hair. I forced them to take an oath before God and said, "You must not give your daughters in marriage to their sons, or take their daughters as wives for your sons or yourselves." Didn't King Solomon of Israel sin in matters like this? There was not a king like him among many nations. He was loved by his God, and God made him king over all Israel. Yet foreign women drew him into sin. Why then should we hear about you doing all this terrible evil and acting unfaithfully against our God by marrying foreign women? Even one of the sons of Jehoiada, son of the high priest Eliashib, had become a son-in-law to Sanballat, the Horonite. So I drove him away from me. Remember them, my God, for defiling the priesthood, as well as the covenant of the priesthood and the Levites. So I purified them from everything foreign, and assigned specific duties to each of the priests and Levites. I also arranged for the donation of wood at the appointed times, and for the first fruits. Remember me, my God, with favor.
Amen. Chat. Make sure y'all not jacking off, man. Make sure y'all not having sex. Make sure y'all not sinning out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep a pure heart, man. That was the book of Nehemiah. I don't know what channel is after that, but we will be back tomorrow, chat, with another chapter. I don't even know what number. I think that's chapter 16, Nehemiah. So tomorrow, chapter 17, man. You feel me? Y'all have a beautiful, blessed day, man. And I will see y'all tomorrow, man. Jesus is love, man. God is love. Rev, run. No, just playing. I love y'all, man. I love y'all the same way Jesus love y'all, man. Y'all have a good one.